The sun beat down on the African savanna. Dust devils danced in the heat. A leopard, sleek and powerful, stalked through the tall grass. Her name was Bahati, and she was desperate. Her cubs were hungry. Bahati had been hunting for days, but prey was scarce. The drought had driven away the usual herds of gazelle and zebra. Her cubs, weak and whimpering, depended on her. A mother's love burned fiercely within her. She had to find food. Bahati's sharp eyes scanned the savanna. In the distance, she spotted a pride of lions. Lions were dangerous, apex predators. But among them, she saw an opportunity. A lone lioness rested beneath an acacia tree, a single cub nestled beside her. A risky plan began to form in Bahati's mind. Bahati knew the dangers of approaching a lion pride. Lions were much larger and more powerful than leopards. They were fiercely protective of their young, yet desperation outweighed her fear. The survival of her cubs was at stake. She watched the pride from a distance, her keen eyes studying their every move. The lioness, drowsy in the afternoon heat, seemed oblivious to Bahati's presence. The cub, small and vulnerable, played at its mother's feet. Bahati's heart pounded in her chest. She knew this was a gamble, a dangerous game she was about to play, but the image of her hungry cubs fueled her determination. With a deep breath, she began her stealthy approach. The lioness, named Aisha, stirred from her slumber. She had been hunting all night. The weight of motherhood pressed heavily upon her. She needed to replenish her strength to provide for her precious cub, Jabari. Aisha licked Jabari's fur, her rough tongue a sign of affection. He purred contentedly. The rest of the pride was scattered, sleeping off the night's hunt. Only Aisha remained vigilant, her senses alert for any sign of danger. A faint rustle in the grass caught her attention. Her ears twitched, picking up the sound of stealthy footsteps. A low growl rumbled in her chest. Someone was approaching, and they were not welcome. As Section 4, a mother's fury, before Aisha could react, a blur of spotted fur shot from the undergrowth. Bahati, moving with incredible speed, lunged for Jabari. Her jaws, armed with razor-sharp teeth, clamped down on the cub's scruff. Jabari yelped in pain and surprise. Aisha, her maternal instincts kicking in, roared with fury. She leapt to her feet, her massive body a whirlwind of claws and teeth. But Bahati was already gone, disappearing back into the tall grass with Jabari in her grasp. A wave of primal rage washed over Aisha. Her cub, her precious Jabari, had been stolen. She would move heaven and earth to get him back. Section 5. A battle for survival. Bahati, her heart pounding, raced through the savannah. Jabari struggled in her grip, his small whimpers a testament to his terror. She knew she had bought herself some time, but Aisha would not be far behind. She could hear the lioness's enraged roars echoing across the plains. Bahati pushed herself harder, her lungs burning, her muscles screaming for rest. She had to reach the safety of the rocky outcrop, her only hope of evading Aisha's wrath. The sound of Aisha's heavy breathing grew closer. Bahati risked a glance back and saw the lioness gaining on her, her eyes blazing with fury. The rocky outcrop, her sanctuary, was still a distant hope. Section 6. The Law of the Jungle. The ground flew beneath Bahati's paws. She could almost taste the freedom, feel the safety of the rocks against her fur, but it was not to be. Aisha, fueled by a mother's love and rage, closed the distance. With a final burst of speed, Aisha lunged. Her massive paws slammed into Bahati, sending the leopard sprawling. Jabari tumbled from her grasp, whimpering in fear. Before Bahati could react, Aisha was upon her, her jaws clamping down on the leopard's throat. The savannah fell silent. Bahati lay still, her lifeblood staining the dry earth. Aisha, victorious but heartbroken, nuzzled her frightened cub. The law of the jungle had been upheld. A mother's love, the fiercest force in nature, had triumphed once more.